Hello, Henshin heroes, as I adjust my microphone. Sorry for the late startup time. I'm Nathan Marchand, aka the Subro.
I'm Jake Hambrick, aka the Metal Don.
Yep. So, like I said, we got started off a little bit late. I was recording an MIFV episode, and we were also trying to see if we were going to get Chris tonight, and we heard a lot of nothing. But we wanted to give him a chance to join us. Doesn't seem to be happening tonight. We're a little worried about him.
We tried.
Hopefully everything's okay. But because of our late starting time, we're going to begin with our live reactions to Kamen Rider ZEZTZ episode 14, which will be starting up here in a little less than 3 minutes. What is this one called? What is it called? Thunder. Ooh, Thunder. Episode 14, Thunder. So you managed to catch up, thankfully, because you were busy last week being a good dad, taking the kids to go see Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which cracks me up.
They loved it. I liked it.
Yep. A good time was had by all.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know what to expect from tonight. The recap is actually going to come in handy because I don't exactly remember what happened. I've slept once since then. A lot has happened. Last Saturday was a very busy Saturday for me. I think I mentioned that in last week's live stream. I was at a dance competition doing a group performance of Formation. So I had a lot on my mind last week.
Yeah.
The stream was just one of many things. Yeah.
If anybody can do it, you can.
Yeah. So, me and Elijah, we're the crazy ones who just do 10,000 things. But yeah, what are you expecting from tonight?
I don't know, because let's see, the last episode ended. Baku wouldn't wake up.
Oh, that's what happened. That's correct. Yes.
So his sister went into closet into Narnia, and Zero said, "Can you keep a secret? As if you can't,
that's right.
I'll have to dispose of you."
Yes. Basically, can you? I tell you, but then I'd have to kill you, or I can tell you, but if you tell anyone, I will kill you. That sort of a thing. That is correct. Yeah, I remember that now.
So I'm
quite
assuming
a cliffhanger.
They're going to get him back.
Yeah,
I'm assuming they're going to get him back somehow.
Yeah, I mean, we're going 50 episodes. We still have 37 to go. Okay. Once again, I'm just like, how do they intend on keeping this going for this long?
I don't know. And what is the episode that's going to... Well, the mission, I think, is going to be defeat Nox.
Yeah, basically. All right, it's about to start. Here we go. 6 seconds to go.
6, 7.
Don't ever say that again. Yay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Ryder. I was right. I called it. Ryder kick the frickin' meteor. And it makes a black hole because of course it does. All right. I'm sticking with my theory that Baku's kryptonite is caffeine.
Yeah.
Okay. He fell into a door. And now he's in a nightclub with the pretty girl. That is a good question, sir. You have a very chaotic dream brain.
For real.
It looks like a cracked out nightclub. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my dreams never look like any of this.
Mine either.
My mission is to kick butt.
Oh my god. Did you see Mjolnir?
See what? Mjolnir? You saw Mjolnir floating in there? Oh no. How much you willing to bet that some of these effects are AI?
I hope not.
I've heard that they've been dabbling in that with Gojuger in this show. I was going to say, please don't wake him up already. You are watching this very intently, sir.
I know it. Trying to pay attention.
Yeah. While the theme plays, I'm going to check our comments. We have some here from Gamera Sith in best Medea voice. Hello. Oh my gosh, sir. Showtime. It is. Interesting. This show is getting fairly dark. Yeah, it has been getting kind of dark lately. I want to know what's going on with that Tokusatsu set with the miniature buildings. People are singing the theme song in the chat. What? They're doing these little things like an Ultraman now? People remember those things? The first bad dreams they ever had?
I know I don't.
Mostly because you probably punched all your bad dreams in the face.
Pretty much. They don't stand a chance against me. I'm a dream warrior.
Dream warrior. I understood that reference.
Well, I was a dream warrior. Now I'm a dream master.
Oh, I understood that reference too.
And I got 2 dream childs.
I get children. Whatever you do, don't open the umbrella indoors. I hear it's bad luck. Oh my gosh, we're actually what did they build those sets next to each other?
Probably.
Looks like it. Oh. Yeah. Okay. You've explained the premise of the show to her. Good. A cram school? Oh, no. Those are a little intense. Was he watching the intro to Ultra Q?
For real. This is how I learned how to sleep so fast.
By taking really boring classes in school.
Yeah.
This school is weirdly moody. I don't like it. Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Knox was his teacher? That doesn't even make sense.
I know. His father.
Okay. Meanwhile, Knox is also in a coma. At least it's making me ask questions. For some odd reason, this video has gotten one downvote. I don't know why. Disguise on your mark, huh? I kind of
So
love
cool.
how he's invisible for a second, except for the belt.
I love it.
Okay, not gonna lie, I don't know how, but his weapon looks better in this low lighting. What the heck? So now he's bumping into something that even scares him?
Apparently he's not scared.
Someone left a comment in the chat that says Sephiroth? Wow. Oh, really?
Night.
He fasts for half the day and then binge eats at night. You just now noticed that? You thought it was noon when it's actually midnight. How do you do that?
It's like when you take a nap and you wake up and you think you're late for school.
Oh, you speak from experience?
Yeah. I did it a couple weeks ago. I thought I was late for work.
Uh-oh. I forgot to bring everybody the beer. Of course something is off. I'm in the audience and I know that something is off.
We finally get rain. I love it.
It's kind of bright outside for rain. Got a lot of umbrellas today, and it doesn't seem to be doing its job because that kid is very wet.
See, I wish it rained like that every day.
Yes. Why?
Why not?
Yeah. Flooding? No. So you're the dreamer this time? Uh-oh. We put a red filter on. That's not good.
Now a green filter and a
Oh,
purple
green
filter.
filter. Yeah.
Now a blue filter.
A blue filter. What is going on? Uh-oh. He's doing an Ultraman rise.
He's going to go Super Saiyan.
Mitsunero. Whoa! Whoa! What is happening? Go Power Rangers. Jeez.
Told you he's going to go Super Saiyan.
The hearts are flying like crazy in the chat. That freaking hollow red moon is in everything. I have a feeling that's going to be significant later.
More than likely.
Okay. The role you were cast in here. Care to explain what that is? Yeah, you keep telling yourself you're not afraid. What?
He
I'm
should just walk
confused.
up there. Tell me, do you bleed?
But this does beg the question: is his fear Baku? So now he's going to get a yellow mode. What? He snapped his finger and made a little lightning bolt. Plasma?
Yeah, I remember when I donated plasma, it came out gold.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
What the frick? Is he the Flash? What? What did he say? He's the mother trucking Flash.
No, he's Godspeed. Well, Nox is Godspeed. He's silver.
Jeez. Last week you owned me. Now I own you. I wonder if they used the same suit actor for all the different modes for Zest. He can punch faster than sound. How very anime. Oh god, shoot the fire hydrant. Okay. How is this gonna help? Oh, I get it. It'll let him, kind of anticipate where he's coming from. A bow and arrow? Or okay, it's a bow and arrow. He doesn't have to string. Full max? Okay. What? Plasmus Thunder. Uh-oh. Well,
Huh.
the power of bad dreams will destroy you? Okay. What did you erase from me? Okay. A deep darkness?
Hmm.
Daytime darkness? $16, huh? That'd be nice some days.
For real.
Oh, lady, you just smacked the robot. Do you think he responded to that just to make her feel better, or did she actually hit him hard enough? I can't. We have 30 plus more episodes.
Yeah, for real.
What? Why do I have a feeling this show is about to get more complicated?
It is. Well, apparently Knox was code number 4.
Okay. Darkness is your worst nightmare. He's afraid of the dark. Huh. Okay, then.
That was cool.
That was cool. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I love the power up.
The power up is nice, and it's expanding on things, answering some questions, which just begs more questions. So they're finding ways to keep the show going because I was a little worried that it was gonna run out of ideas.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how are we gonna keep this going for 50 episodes? And it's not just gonna be the same thing over and over.
Also, didn't all his what are they called? The little his balls, didn't all of them get destroyed last
The
episode?
capsum? Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought so, but he's getting new ones now.
Yeah.
But hey, it keeps Bandai happy. They can just keep repainting the same figure different colors.
For real.
That's all they're really. This is kind of perfect. Kind of perfect for. I actually like the fact that the power ups aren't like ridiculous armor modes where he looks like a completely different character. It's just a color swap. It's nice because my problem with a lot of these Henshin hero shows when they do these alt modes is that they stop looking like the same character. You know, look at Ultraman Z. Ultraman Z had 3 or 4 alt modes, and they all look so different from his default mode. You would swear that they're just different Ultramen.
Right.
But yeah. So now, like I said, I have more questions. I want to know what's good.
I want to know what's going on with Code.
I want to know what's going on with Code. I want to know what was Nox doing? Is that memory real? And this show, like I said, suddenly got more complicated.
Yeah. Still good.
Yeah, more power to him. More power to him for doing that. And our chat's kind of blowing up a little bit here. We got Jonathan Cartwright and Edwin just throwing all kinds of comments in there. Let's see what they have to say, and then we'll get into Omega because boyser, if you thought we got some crazy answers in tonight's episode of Zest, oh my gosh, we got a ton in Omega this week. We got a lot to talk about with Omega. Yeah. So Jonathan says, just jamming out to the theme, best in a while for writer. I would probably say yes to that. I'd agree.
It was good.
Wait, what Oh, I'm getting a phone call. He can wait because I'm live streaming right now.
Do it live.
Let's see. Oh, joy. Knox is his teacher. Yeah. I jumped in late. Is this a sleeper agent or red room kind of deal? That is a good question.
That is what I was thinking. That
Yeah.
would be cool.
Yeah. It is a bit Nerf railgun like. Yeah, everyone's been making that joke for a while.
Yeah, I want one.
Yeah, of course you do. If you don't have one by G-Fest, I will be a little bit disappointed. I need you to show up at G-Fest and put that thing on my back and mug me. Give me your wallet and your G-Fest ticket. Is Baku a dream? Was he ever real? You know, I'm wondering if we're going to start getting a little bit transcendental like that. You know, like, is this a dream within a dream? Is this Inception? Have we been saying that it's less, we've been saying that it's, it's Nightmare on Elm Street 3, but has it been Inception this entire time?
Who knows?
Yeah. Now he's going as Guardian on us. I was thinking the Flash. But
well, did you see Mjolnir?
Yeah, you said you saw Mjolnir, and I was like, I missed it because I didn't catch it.
Yeah, it was floating up right beside him.
Was it the Marvel version, or did it just look like a Warhammer?
It looked like the Marvel version, just a little smaller.
I wonder if that would be interesting if they decided to throw in a little reference like that. Lightning, wield her, use and yield her, show her what she can't conceal. Are you trying to rap there, Edwin? What's going on there? Please let this be the rampaging out of control form. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Doesn't look like it, unfortunately. And I'll become the monster. I will deal the blow, and I'll become the monster. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to imply that Baku is what Nox fears most. So Baku is Nox's nightmare. Is that why we're kind of getting? Is that why we're going to go this dream within a dream thing?
Possibly.
That would be interesting. I already made that call, Jonathan. I said, he's the Flash. Why didn't I think of this? Thunderstruck! Someone please make that fan edit. Thunderstruck!
Just watching this episode really makes me want a live action Demon Slayer.
Because they'll try. They've made a live action Bleach, so why not? And a live action Full Metal Alchemist. What if Nox as the throwaway villain, the starter for Baku to end up truly learning what side he's fighting for? I'm starting to think that that's what they're trying to do. I feel like this show has been hiding its complexity from us. And it's now starting to be like, oh, here's a little more. Here's a little more. Yes, we can justify going 50 episodes. Here's a little bit more. Here's a little bit more. We're going to do this instead of making overly complicated character dynamics like in Fies, because we promise we're going to release the episodes on Fies. It's becoming it's almost a joke at this point. It's like half of our first season is lost media almost. We keep talking about it and swearing up and down that it exists. Did Nate donate any plasma for that Thunder weird reference? Completely wrong kind of plasma, sir. Very, very wrong plasma. At least he's warning the hero of the power he uses. Nice for him. Okay. By the way, I'm an Omega level mutant. And what do you expect me to do with this information?
Yeah. As it's going along, I think that Nox might become more of like an anti-hero. Not really working for Code, but he will help Baku out eventually.
I
Maybe.
wouldn't be surprised. The Baku identity. That's funny. Instead of the Born identity. Wait, are they doing a Kamen Rider build situation again? I've never seen Kamen Rider build, so I don't know. I don't know
Me
what
either.
Kamen Rider build is about. Okay, got it. Gray jerk of a spy boss. Dark Gray, our current Amanda Waller insanity. Amanda Waller. Did he just compare Zero to Amanda Waller?
He did.
Wow, my dude. Wow, Edwin. Amanda Waller. Did anyone did the one of the hero sisters go up and smack Amanda Waller? Because boy howdy. I don't know if you heard me mention that. It was just like she just smacked Zero and he actually reacted to it. I don't know if he was just doing that for her sake or if she actually did some damage.
Oh, I think he had to calm himself after she did that.
Yeah, that was a little wild. Wasn't expecting that today. All right, hear from Jonathan after a bunch of stuff from Edwin. Code will be the main boss later. I have a feeling. All right, here's my insane prediction. This will probably not happen, but it would be funny if it did. Code is secretly Shocker.
Code is Spectre.
The Spectre. The great leader's gonna show up doing a Blofeld cosplay. Hello, Mr. Right. I expect you to die.
You gotta do the Austin Powers version though.
Preparations A through G have been unsuccessful, so I said we switch to preparation H, which feels good on the whole. Oh my gosh. What if the darkness was the old Baku, the real one, and the current is the dream? Or the darkness, the big bad? Or next threat is Baku's darkness or dark side? What is going on? What are we talking about now? Remember how we complained about the overly complicated character relationships in Fies? I think the way Edwin is talking, it's almost like they've decided, okay, hold my beer, Fies, because we're about to dump some lore on people that they are not going to be able to figure out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Boss, I meant not a sadistic fish low. Fish, LOL. Oh, I was very confused there with your typos. Also, I need a character named Fish Lol.
No, sadistic fish lol.
Fish Lol. Sadistic Fish Lol is my new punk metal band. We are sadistic fish lol. My gosh. The things our fans say, man. All right. Well, drive with the other forms. Some were completely different forms. Yeah. And I get I need, if you're gonna have power-ups for your character, they need to be recognizable as the character. Okay, like I said, with Ultraman Z, his base form was so boring that when he did his first power-up mode, which was called Alpha Edge, I'm like, why can't that be his default mode? Because that looks so much better. You know, it's kind of like with Power Rangers Jungle Fury. I was like, why isn't Jungle Master the base form? Because these suits look way better.
Yeah.
That might actually be a fun little bonus episode for another live stream to do. We do a tier list for all the main ultras and rate their designs. Not the characters, just the designs of the characters.
Mm-hmm. I do wish the Green Mighty Morphin Ranger, he didn't have a shield.
What?
And then he got the shield as a power up. But he didn't have it to begin with. I think
you know,
because I mean whenever he gave it to Jason, he didn't have the shield. He looked great.
That's an interesting idea. Huh. Sometimes you have strokes of genius, sir. Strokes of genius. All right. Let's see what else we got. It's a decent change of pace for once. Yeah. Logical on form changes. Yes. Omega was awesome. We'll get to that. Hold on, sir. I was quoting lyrics from Epic the Musical. Great songs telling a version of the Odyssey. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I think I can approve of that. A Kamen Rider killing their own bike. Let it happen. Fight the bike.
That was in Fiz. I don't know how many times that he hit his bike.
This is true. Although I need that to be a tagline right now. I need that to be a tagline for a Kamen Rider something. I don't care what it is. It just says, fight the bike. That would be great. There's an absolutely insane twist for you. You have this new Kamen Rider show, and he discovers that the real villain the entire time was the motorcycle. Be like a cowboy finding out his horse was the bad guy the whole time. Nay, I hate you, Jesse James. I arranged for the other outlaw to shoot you.
The sadistic motorcycle.
Yeah, the sadistic motorcycle. I will create sadistic fish lol soon for you. We have created a new running gag. Sadistic fish lol. It's either a punk rock band or like an Icelandic metal band. Sadistic fish lol. Build was a decent series, but I stopped about halfway through. Well, I've never even started it. Never even started it. And currently I'm fighting with Shout Factory over the lousy not DVDs, the Blu-rays that they sent me for Ryuki, especially Ryuki, and for 01. Because Shout Factory doesn't believe in quality control. Right up there with how my O-Ranger set the discs were perfect. The discs were in there nice and firm, but the box disintegrated as soon as I took the shrink wrap off.
Really?
Yeah. I even did an unboxing video for it, and it just fell apart in my hand. I couldn't believe it.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely. I'm a little upset with Shout Factory, and by a little, I mean a lot. All right. Let's get into Omega. Because, boy, howdy, this episode changes everything. At least I think it does.
Yep, and I'm gonna let you explain most of it too, because I've about forgot all of it, and I watched it 3 hours ago.
Oh my gosh. This was something. I expected that it was going to really tap into the show's lore, and boy, it did. It really did. So this week's episode is called He Who Looks to the Stars. And the official synopsis on the Ultra Wiki is humanity has launched an international squad of a larger scale than the KSCT to counter the frequent kaiju disasters occurring worldwide. Meanwhile, Ayumu guides Serato and Kosei toward a mysterious signal. What they find isn't a kaiju, but an important message about Serato's past left by someone who helped him right after he fell to Earth. All of that is accurate, but it doesn't communicate the bombshells that we got in this. Now, for those who need a quick reminder, our monster of the week, who's barely in this, is Taganalar. Takanular, who's a beetle, and he was originally in Blazar. I was trying to remember where I saw him before. For some odd reason, I thought he was in in Zet, but he was actually originally in Blazar. So this is another suit they're probably recycling. So just to let everybody know, this is who we're talking about. It's a pretty cool monster.
Yeah.
But like I said, he's barely in this.
He looks like he's got a mushroom head.
Yeah, a bit. But this is a case where the monster of the week is not really what the story is about.
Yeah.
And I kind of like it for that. Although, admittedly, Taganalar kind of comes out of nowhere. The implication seems to be that he's either I don't know if he's a minion. He was also an Ultraman arc. I don't know if he's supposed to be a minion of Adel. That's, our, I guess you could say, antagonist in this. And I think I recognize that actor. I'm going to look him up. Let me see. Adel. Yukijiro Hotaru. There isn't an entry in the Ultra Wiki for him, unfortunately. So let me do a quick Google search. Because I think he looks familiar. I don't know why, but he looks familiar. See, he's best known for his role as, this is interesting. We got a little Henshin hero crossover with this. It says he's best known for the role of Gonza Kurahashi in the Garo franchise. Now that I know that, I can kind of see it. He kind of has that Garo look from what I know of Garo. That's interesting. Oh, now I know why I recognize him. Now I'm such an idiot. I was like, I thought that's who it was, but I wasn't sure. He was in the Heisei Gamera movies.
It goes over my head.
Yeah, well, you should watch the Heisei Gamera movies. You'd love them.
I've seen the first two.
Yeah. Oh, watch 3. Peak cinema. Peak kaiju cinema. He was also in GMK, and he's been in a ton of independent kaiju movies. I've seen a bunch of them. Great Budo Arrival, Nezra in 1964. He was in Shogun, the show that was made last year. He was in Ultraman Max previously.
I've probably seen him in Shogun, and I watched a couple episodes of it.
Yeah. No wonder I recognized him. He's kind of a big deal.
And this is the guy who helped out Serato in the beginning.
Yep. That was the first big question that we got answered. And he's not human.
Nope.
He's an alien. And this was kind of an interesting setup for an episode where... yeah, thank you. Where Serato and Kosei kind of go on a bit of a scavenger hunt. They have to keep going to different locations to find these different messages that have been left by this mysterious character. I don't exactly know why he felt the need to do this, but it's a good setup for an episode. So they go to these different locations, including that wooded area with the Torii Gate, where he's like, this is where I first came to Earth.
Yeah.
So that was all pretty cool. And he reveals a little bit more at each one. So this guy is an alien. Long story short, this guy is an alien. He's from a planet that had, what did he call it? The Time of Awakening? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I think it's something like that. And he doesn't exactly explain what happened, what that is. He says it's happened on Earth before, but it was 5,000 years ago, which goes in line with some of the lore bits that we've had from the show because it flashes back to some of those moments. related to the kaiju. And if I understand what he said correctly, this is a point that a civilization gets to where it has to start dealing with more like the conflict between the civilization and kaiju starts to escalate to the point where the civilization gets at least threatened with destruction, but possibly destroyed because he says mine was destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's interesting. And he says that now the survivors of my race wander the universe looking for a new home. And they're wanting to take Earth. Which is basically, long story short, setting up them invading the planet.
Now, if this would have been 1966 Ultraman, he would have just blew up the whole ship.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it just has the bolt hands. They know all about it. Anyway, so we got all that going. That's interesting. You know, but it doesn't. But at first, you're like, that doesn't really explain why he's helping Ultraman.
Mm-hmm.
And then this was the big bombshell. We find out what Ultras do in this universe. And this is one of those times where Subaraya has once again subverted the formula. Because I can't think of any other than maybe Shin Ultraman. Maybe. Not really, but maybe. Shin Ultraman's probably the closest that they've done to something like this. The Ultras in this, they're not even called Ultras, apparently. They are called, and we go back to the episode with the assassin when Sarada was trying to translate what he was saying, and we finally get a translation of it. Space gazers. As in gazing, they watch.
Mm-hmm. They're the Watchers from Marvel.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like the Watchers from Marvel Comics.
Mm-hmm.
And Omega was the quote-unquote space gazer for Earth. What does a space gazer do, you ask? Well, they watch. And like the Watchers, they are only to observe. They are not allowed to interfere. However, and this is interesting, if outside forces threaten the planet, they can intervene. So if aliens try to invade the planet that they're observing, they stop it. But stuff that's happening on Earth can't do a thing. And apparently what happened was Omega got hurt in that first episode because they flash back to it, lost his memory, ended up on Earth, and he doesn't remember anything. And ever since then, he has apparently been violating, I guess, the code of the space gazers by actually intervening. Now, it's because he didn't remember anything, but he's been intervening on behalf of Earth against all these kaiju and aliens.
Yeah.
And according to Adele, who admitted he made all these messages because he's about to die when he was recording them. But he says, my people are coming, which is basically setting up the finale, I would say. But he hates all of this because he says, why Earth? Why does Earth deserve to have a space gazer intervening for them and not another one? Why not my planet?
Yeah.
And wow. Poor Serato kind of loses it a little bit finding out about this because he reveals all this and he's just like, oh, and here's Taganular. And Zarato's like, screw Teganular, and he just kills Teganular in like 3 moves. Yeah, he's like, I am not in the mood, okay? He doesn't even bother doing the whole song and dance to get his power-up mode. Okay? This was wild. It's just Teganular just shoots at him with a big laser beam, and then Vol'jinus just comes down and covers a charging Omega with his wings. We see a huge explosion, and this was such a cool shot. As the explosion dissipates, you see Omega with his power-up mode come out of the flames, and I'm like, oh my gosh. This is how you do it, Hollywood.
Yeah. Now, was it said how Adele figured out what the gazers did? Or did he already know?
I think he figured it out. I don't remember if he said how, but he figured it out. And like I said, I think Shin Ultraman kind of plays around with something like this, but it's not so much that there's an ultra designated for each planet with a civilization to watch them. It's more like we're not supposed to interfere with these lesser beings.
Yeah.
You're supposed to leave them alone. And the only reason that the Ultras were paying attention to humans in Shin Ultraman is because, spoiler warning in case you haven't seen it, I do highly recommend it. Mephiles figured out how to basically turn humans into living weapons using what he called the beta box, which is basically an extra large version of the beta capsule. And that is getting the Ultras' attention because they're like, no, you can't. If you do that, that's going to be bad for the entire universe. It's going to be really bad. So then they decide, all right, we're going to destroy the planet and all the humans. And Ultraman says, no. And then it escalates from there.
Right.
Yeah. Not today, Satan. So, yeah. And then it just escalates from there. But it's not quite the same. So, like I said, do we start calling Omega Uatu now? Because Jonathan was joking about that. So, Zerato is now Uatu.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So now we need the Fantastic Four. We need an ultimate nullifier. I need Galactus to show up right now.
Now that would be something.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Marvel kind of did that. Actually, I think they did when they did the Ultraman and Avengers crossover. Galactus was in there, if I remember correctly. But how crazy would that be? You know, we get a Galactus type character. It probably won't happen. It's going to be an alien invasion thing. I don't know if they're going to have some sort of robot or kaiju weapon or something like that. But this really does change everything because I'm not used to aliens. Well, I'm not used to alien villains, I should say, in Ultraman having a motivation like this. It's pure resentment.
Yeah.
It's like, what's so special about them that their space gazer actually helps them, but not us? The
only thing I can think of is, well, Zerato said that the reason why their planet got destroyed is because they were building weapons. That was harmful.
That was true. It's the very Japanese attitude about how if people keep escalating for war, eventually war will happen and then war will destroy everything.
Which then it goes back to earlier that day whenever Sayuki said that she had to make a weapon.
Yeah, but we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
She wouldn't say what it is. I will confess I was secretly hoping it was going to be some sort of machine that would let them contact other worlds so we could have Arc show up.
That would be
I really want a team up to happen, but I don't think we're going to get a team up. We only have 3 episodes left, and there's nothing in the preview that indicates that we're getting a team up.
Unfortunately.
I mean, it's not unheard of. Blazar didn't have a team up in his show.
Art could have had a better one, but
yeah, we at least we got Earth Garon.
Yeah,
you know, and Blazar himself. We just didn't get more
Gento.
from. We didn't get Gento and more from our boy.
Yeah,
Johnny, but yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they'll surprise us, and in the penultimate episode, Arc shows up. Maybe.
Mayhaps.
It would still be cool to see it happen. But yeah, I'm going to be very curious to see what Serato does next week, because this, like I said, this changes everything. And did he tell Kosei? I don't remember if he told Kosei or not. I don't think he did.
Told him what?
Everything that he learned. Or no, because Kosei was there. So he did hear
he was
that.
down beside him.
He was there beside him, but how is this going to affect everything with the rest of the characters?
Yeah. I doubt they're going to tell him.
Probably not. I don't know, but you can only hide so much of this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I was expecting there to be some sort of revelation in the lead up to the final episodes. This was not what I was expecting.
Me either.
What were you thinking was going to happen?
I figured he would learn more from second Kosei, or not Kosei, but second Serato, because he was in the previous episode.
I still think that's got to be a time travel thing.
It's got to be. And who did time travel? Arc.
This is true. Maybe we could still get a team up, guys.
What if Yuma's bringing him back to warn himself?
Ooh.
Well, for Serato to warn himself.
Ooh. You know?
And at the end, you don't get full Arc, but you have Yuma having Serato walking over to Yuma, and then they both go back to the future.
Ooh. I like how you think. So maybe it's not a full-fledged crossover, but we at least get Yuma to show up. That could be cool. That could be cool. But I do wonder what this means for Omega in the larger Ultraman mythos. Because I think this now firmly, I think, separates him from the usual stuff that we see with the Ultras, because he says that there are other space gazers, and for what we were shown, there are other Ultras.
I thought they all looked the same. They all looked like Omega.
Yeah.
They could be different, but
yeah, but still, like that is. Does that? It's just. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking things here, but like I said, they've never done an Ultraman quite like this. You know, we've had all the aliens from Planet Ultra. You know, that's been pretty well established. You know, that's basically all the Showa ones. But then you had the ones from the 90s, Tiga, Dinah, and Gaia, they weren't aliens, they were people from an ancient civilization. You know, and then you get to the later Heisei stuff. Well, the 2000s, I should say, where they started getting back a bit more to the classic origins, but there's never been one that's quite like this. They've dabbled more with aliens and ancient civilizations, but now we've got the Watchers.
Maybe the last 2 episodes would be like a Crisis on Infinite Earths situation.
Oh my gosh, how insane would that be?
Because Serato would be the Monitor.
Oh,
And then every Earth is destroyed but that one. Because
oh
he's the
my
only one
gosh.
to protect it.
Oh my gosh, that would be insane. That would be absolutely insane, but that would be an interesting way to lead into a 60th anniversary project.
Yeah.
Or maybe like that's what it leads into. It leads into something like a Crisis on Infinite Earths, where we have to get all of the Ultras together. Kind of like the Destined Crossroads, but even bigger.
Yeah.
Because the Destined Crossroads, that miniseries, was kind of like an Avengers Infinity War kind of a thing. But man, imagine if it's like this huge multiversal crisis where all the Earths that the Ultras have visited are in trouble.
I mean,
Probably won't do that, but it would be amazing.
I mean, if the CW can do it, I'm sure Super I can do it.
Oh, they certainly can, but man, that would be so nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be
would be.
glorious, but it would be nuts.
I think we should write the next Ultra series.
We should write the next Ultra series. What do we even call it? Jeez, like is something that huge? Jeez, Ultra Crisis, just to be just to kind of play on words there a little bit. Oh my gosh, that would be so nuts. Do you realize like we could kind of like look at the characters from Crisis on Infinite Earths and like try to cherry pick equivalent ultras for each one of them? Be nuts. I vote that I vote that OG Ultraman is Superman and we make 7 Batman.
Yeah. It could be
7 Batman.
Ultraman Infinity.
Ultraman Infinity. See, that's a great name for an Ultraman, period. I like that. Infinity. Ultra Infinity. There you go. Or maybe that's a new Ultraman that we could introduce, because there was a movie called Ultraman Saga where they introduced a character. It was like 3 Ultra. It was like Zero, Cosmos, and I think Dinah. They all combined together into another Ultraman called Ultraman Saga. Maybe we could do something like that where we can have Ultraman Infinity. Well, they kind of already have a character like that because it's Ultraman Noah, but I do think having an Ultraman named Infinity, that would be really cool. Maybe that's what happens. Like all of the Ultras that have been in the show, they all have to combine together. They become a character called Infinity. Oh, that would be fun.
You could have one named. You can make a new one, Ultraman Alpha, and then him and Omega could do a fusion dance. Become Infinity.
I love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah, so I vote that they, Ultraman and 7 are Batman, are Superman and Batman, and then who could be our Barry Allen Flash in that one? I would say, since if we're going to use ones that would be like an equivalent of a Justice League, we got to stick with Showa. I would say probably, I'd say probably Ace, maybe Ace.
You're better at Showa than
me. Maybe Ace, and then I'm trying to think who else. Who else could? It's been such a long time since I read Crisis. Who else could be in there? We got to get all the Ultra Brothers in there for sure, but they're like our Justice League in this story. Yeah, so that you would have Ultraman 7, Jack from Return, Ace, Taro, Leo, and 80. 80 is kind of like your oddball character. He'd be like a Martian Manhunter, I think. Although he also has a Lady Ultra in his show, so that could be like your Supergirl. So it could be Yulian. That would be Yulian. That's her name, is Yulian. But I'm trying to figure out like what would be equivalent Justice League characters for them. See, Leo is a crazy martial artist who was trained by Seven. Ooh, so he could be like Robin.
Yeah.
Because if Seven is like Batman and Leo was trained by Seven, then he's Robin or he's Nightwing. He'd be Nightwing.
You could have Belial before he turned black, be Psycho Pirate.
Oh.
And then eventually he turns black.
There you go. Oh, and when you go black, you never go back. Oh, why is my soundboard acting up? I need my rib shot. Dang it. Where's my rib shot? There. I'm a little high strung today. There. Okay. I can get to where I need to a little bit faster going the other way. All right. Yeah. But the thing is, we need who becomes our anti-monitor?
Me.
Do we? I was just saying, do we invent a new villain for this? Anti-monitor. We do have the Absolutians from the Destined Crossroads stuff.
Absolute Tartarus.
Absolute Tartarus. What a name! What a name! Oh my gosh. And his dumb voice is just great. He's like, Absolute Tartarus.
The Anti-Monitor is probably my favorite DC villain.
It's a good choice.
Yeah.
It is a good choice. Man, that is so many ultras too. Good grief. Yeah, because like see Ultraman 7, Jack, Ace, Taro, Leo, 80. So you got 7 from Showa. And if you include the secondary ultras in each of those, it goes up to 9 because you have Leo has a brother. Crap, I forgot his name. I'm a terrible fan. I forgot his name, but he has a brother. Then there's Julian from 80. So that so that gets you up to 9. And then you got the 3 from the Hanna-Barbera movie. And then you got the Australian Ultra. So that's not powered. It's great. So it's Ultraman great. Then you have the American Ultra from Ultraman powered. So that's 5 more. So that's theoretically 14. And then you've got Tiga, Dinah, and Gaia. So that takes you up to 17. But Gaia had a kind of anti-hero-ish secondary ultra named Agul. So that gets you up to 18. And then there's and Zerth. We can't forget about Zerth, who was in those movies. So that gets you up to 20. And then, dang it, what was that? Neos? And then it was Neos. It was Cosmos, Nexus, Max, Mebius. So that's 5 more. And I'm trying to think, was there a secondary ultra in Mebius? I don't think there was. No, there was. There was. What was his name? I can't remember his name, but there was a secondary ultra in that one. So that's 6 more. And then you've got all the new gen hero guys. It's 0. You would have to throw 0 in there. And then you got all the and then you got all the next gen hero guys. So you got Ginga and
Geed.
Ginga, yeah, Geed, the X, the Orb, and then you got Rube, where there were 2 of them, so that's 2 more because they're twin brothers.
They had a sister too.
Yeah, and they had a sister, Grigio. Yeah, but she's a secondary ultra, and then you got Zet and Trigger and Decker and Blazar and Arc, and you're looking at, if you do that just like the mainline ones, even if you leave out the secondary, it's gonna bug me till I remember Leo's brother's name. Astra. That's what it was. It was Astra. His brother's name is Astra. And even if you leave out all of those secondary ultras, you're looking at 30 plus heroes showing up in some sort of insane crossover like that. And if you include the secondary ones just from the shows, it's going to push 40. And if you include some of these kind of one-off ultras that just show up in specials or guest appear in other people's shows, not quite 50, but it's going to be up there.
Yeah, and even if you didn't want to do all of them, you could go ahead and have their worlds destroyed.
Yeah, I don't think they would necessarily go that far.
They should.
It would be interesting to see them do that. I don't know if they're quite willing to do that. It'd be bold for sure. But basically, this, like I said, this would be the Destined Crossroads on a ton of steroids. A ton. I would like to see them just basically make like the Destined Crossroads, but as a full season TV show. This is too big to just be like one epic movie or something like that. I would want it. That's our pitch, Subaraya. That's our pitch. It's definitely too late to pitch it now, but that's our pitch. Ultraman Infinity, the 60th anniversary show, a massive multiversal crisis that is going to require the help of every Ultra from the franchise.
I'm going to be mad if this is next year's season.
It would be absolutely mad. Like how it just, that would be just epic and incredibly ambitious. Good Lord. It's just, you know what it would be? You know what it would be? It would be the version of Power Rangers Cosmic Fury we wanted.
Yeah.
20 episodes, a bunch of guest appearances, epic scope against Lord Zed, getting a bunch of past Rangers to come on and help in substantive roles and not just glorified cameos and name drops. Like that was what we wanted.
Yep. I think Cosmic Fury would have been better as just a movie.
Probably, to be honest, given what they gave us. But man, Ultraman Infinity.
I love it.
I love it too. I swear to the Ultra Brothers, if you somehow end up being right and the next Ultraman show is called Ultraman Infinity, even if all they do it is like, here's the next Ultra hero and his name is Infinity, I'm having you pick lottery numbers for me. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't go that far.
Man, I need this in my life now.
Me too.
Oh man, we're probably setting ourselves up for disappointment by throwing this out into the ether, though.
Oh, of course.
So good. So good. All right. The chat's been blowing up with all of our superhero talk. I better go check to see what's going on here. Let's see. And it's a lot of Jonathan and Edwin. Let's see. That sucks about your O-Ranger package. I bought a new one. It's fine now. Yes, please. I don't know what he's talking about. Omegas are the watchers. Never interfere, only watches. Yeah, we went over that. So acting by reflex, instinct, he sent himself and humanity on their paths with his amnesia. See, that's what complicates things. He apparently broke his oath, but he did it unknowingly.
Yeah.
Duty, muscle memory, muscle memory, one out. Okay. I don't remember what he was talking about. Was that one of the butlers in Garo? I was going back and forth on their good subs, forgot which series I was watching with the compilation. I've never seen Garo, so I don't know.
Me either.
I need somebody to re-release the original show so I can actually find the first volume. Because I can't find it. I can't find it hardly anywhere. And on the very rare occasions, I can find all the rest of them pretty easy. And then on the rare occasions I do find it, I want to keep both my kidneys. I'm just saying.
I saw one episode and it was like the monsters coming out of paintings.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
Yeah, it's not nearly as it's a franchise, but it isn't nearly on the same level as an Ultraman, a Kamen Rider, and not even a Sentai, Super Sentai, but it has a very dedicated following.
Yeah.
That has been able to allow it to continue on as a franchise for about 20 years now. Plus, it was created by Keita Memiya, and that he has clout in Japan, quite a bit of it. Let's see. Yes, he was poor, sad. I don't know what you're talking about. Gamera, Rise of Iris is top kaiju filming. It's not Rise of Iris. It's Gamera 3 Revenge of Iris. Thank you. I'm a kaiju nerd. I know. Let's see. Have Green Lanterns ever done this? Have a complaining race like this wanting fairness? I'm sure they have. I just need to dig through the annals of Green Lantern lore and I'll probably find it. Is Serato going to have to give a talk like Shin Ultraman gave his superiors? Probably not his superiors, but he's probably going to have to do it to to Adele's race, would be my guess. Oh, what do you know? Tokusatsu pulls off Secret Invasion better than live action Secret Invasion again. Yeah, that's not hard. Maybe Serato will be the gazer who changes his people in their ways. Well, like I said, I don't think you don't have to worry about fellow ultras or space gazers. I think it's going to be the people who are like, it's unfair that you saved Earth and help the humans when none of you ever helped us. Omega, stealing a Black Panther line. You were wrong. All of you are wrong. To turn your backs on the rest of the world. We let the fear of discovery stop us from doing what is right. Yeah, there you go. Serato is now Uatu guy. Yeah, we talked about that one already. So like Raiden bending the rules at the movies, if he wants to, ending Serato returns to his duties, but bends the rules. I could see that. Yeah. That's and hey, I am all for comparisons to Raiden from Mortal Kombat. He's my main. I'm a Raiden main. Yeah. To take a shot at what if the show, if Serato gets punished by his people or put on trial, it's better than what if, and he has a better case. I think you're conflating it with what I was saying about Shin Ultraman, where Shin Ultraman had to answer to his people. I don't think that's going to be the case here. It's going to be the people who said you shouldn't be helping them. I agree that I enjoy what Tsuburaya has done in subverting the formula. And we're just saying Ultraman Infinity would subvert it even more. Well, and this also subverts it quite a bit. Like, I remember how there was like that stretch of episodes where like, well, this just feels like typical Ultraman to me now. Oh yeah, they're like, oh no, we know that weirdo gaijin from Indiana is going to complain about that, so we're like, oh, here's another bombshell for you. The next Ultra series is called Ultraman Theo. Please don't tell me they don't have green on them. What are you talking about? Is that an actual announcement?
Ultraman or is that a Theo joke? Von. Do it, Ultraman Theo Von.
Theo Von. Oh my gosh. Is Ayumu Sue then? Yumo is Sue Storm. But she would need if you're gonna have her be Sue, you better get the rest of the FF in there. Oh, like Crisis. So get stock footage, get a great cameo, but make a terrible version of one legend. Throw away something set up. Me taking a shot at the CW Crisis. I don't blame you. I did watch that one, and I'm like, really? This is what we're doing? You're going to undermine the Smallville universe and then destroy it? The frick is wrong with you? That made me angry. That made me really angry, actually, because it was stupid. He's like, I don't want to help you guys. I gave up my powers. I'm like, we just spent 10 years on TV and apparently a couple of years of comic books getting you to be Superman. And then you just throw it all away. And then the implication is that your universe died because we couldn't motivate you enough to keep your universe from dying.
Terrible. He didn't deserve the powers anyway.
Arrowverse, this is why you lost people's faith the longer you went on. So then Belial could be the anti-monitor. Oh my gosh. You know what? Belial sounds like the kind of guy who would turn himself into an anti-monitor character. Now that I think about it. And then we could get Jeed back. Or at least my personal fave, Ultra Zero. Well, Zero is going to have to be in there. There's no question. But what were you going to say a minute ago?
I don't remember.
Okay. And bring in ZEZTZ as well. He could clean up the universe. Find out more next season on MIFE because I did an episode. It's already been recorded. I did an episode on Ultraman ZEZTZ. Both of them. Which alien? Not the one that met the other TV one. I don't know what you're talking about. Then who's the Superboy? Oh, Superboy Prime. Superboy Prime. Jeed. Have Ray in there somewhere. Oh, yeah, Ray from Ultra Galaxy, who's basically a Pokemon trainer with Ultra Kaiju. But he's also a Henshin hero in his own right. It's weird. Ultra Galaxy is a strange show. It's an Ultra series that isn't an Ultra series. It's set in the Ultraman universe, but it's not about Ultraman. But it's about the kaiju. It's something else, to say the least. What about the Alexander Luthor? The Alexander Luthor. Alexander Luthor. Is that the one? No, that's not the one who's evil. It's the one who's actually trying to help. If I remember correctly, it's been a hot minute. Alexander Luthor is the one who has hair and is actually trying to avert the crisis.
Sayuki.
No, it would have to be an like some variation of an Ultra who's not. Maybe that's Jeed. I don't know. Psycho Pirates. Another thing Arrowverse dropped.
Yep.
Did you not hear me say that the Arrowverse oh my gosh, the Arrowverse, as someone who partook of some of it, but then lost interest, the Arrowverse collapsed under its own weight and should have been a warning to both Marvel and the DC cinematic universe, but I don't think they're listening.
Arrow was great all the way through, I think. Flash, I dropped off at season 5, I think. After that, I couldn't watch it.
Yeah, and we won't talk about Batwoman. Nobody liked Batwoman. And then
the first season was okay.
Yeah, and then Not Guardians. Legends of Tomorrow lost its freaking mind after season 1.
I was never into it.
Did you know they had an episode where they went back and met Ashiro Honda?
Really?
Yeah, I did watch that one. It was weird. It was historically accurate and yet not historically accurate. The funniest bit of the whole thing, and this is actually true. They met Ashiro Honda on the set of a movie he was making called The Blue Pearl, which was a drama that he worked on in, I think, it was either 52 or 53. It's about pearl divers. And someone was trying to kill him. So they were trying to keep him safe. Well, the two legends of tomorrow who were trying to protect him ended up luring the villain. I don't even remember who the villain was, but they lured him to a set with miniature buildings. And that's where the climax of the episode happened. And then it ends with, I think Honda ended up filming that entire fight scene, and he's like, I have an idea. Implying that they inadvertently inspired the creation of Godzilla.
Nice.
It's cute, but I'm just like, okay, guys. Okay. Don't forget Taiga and his two buddies. So yeah, there's a lot more of these ultras we could throw in there than I thought. Was checking Ultraman Wiki for the episode count and saw the next title meant Theo the Chipmunk. Okay. I meant the Ezra Miller Barry Allen. No.
Absolutely not.
We're not talking about the Ezra Miller Barry Allen. No, sir. I say no to you. No. Especially since they make a Flash movie, and it's not really a Flash movie. It's a crossover crisis movie that they just titled Flash. It really should just be called Michael Keaton is back as Batman, the movie. Michael Keaton is back as Batman, also Ezra Miller, the movie. And they had a character and a purple or pink alien do it on Honda's set. Yeah. Legends of Tomorrow was weird. Or it got weird. But anyway, let's wrap this up after that crazy tangent. All right, so next week's episode 23, it's called Space Gazers. And the official synopsis on the Ultra Wiki says Serato and Kosei are shaken by the truth of Serato's past that has finally come to light after receiving the full story from, quote unquote, the other Serato. Oh no. Serato finally begins to regain his former self. Oh no. However, the effects of the time of awakening continue to spread across the world. The intense struggle for survival between humanity and the kaiju is growing fiercer by the minute. Things are about to get crazy next week, sir.
Yep. I'm here for it.
Crazy. Yeah, I am too. I really hope that this sticks the landing. I really need this one to stick the landing.
I think it will.
We'll find out. In the meantime, I'm Nathan, the Subro.
I'm Jake, the Metal Don.
And what did we learn this week? Don't lose your freaking memory and, shirk your duties as a space gazer.
Make me and Nate riders for the next Ultra series.
And may the power protect you. Especially when your dog is upset about something.
Yep.
Thank you for listening to Henshin Power V3, a podcast produced and hosted by Nathan Marchand,
Christopher Reiner,
and Jake Hamber.
If you'd like to send us feedback, we'd love to hear from you. So email us at henshin.power.v3@gmail.com.
Follow us on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. Thank you, Danny DeManna. where our handle is @HenshinPowerB3, and join our official Facebook groups, Power Rangers Legacy and the Marco Out Lounge. We also have a Discord server called the Marco Out Lounge. Check the show notes for links to all of them.
Subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and other great podcatchers. The podcast logo was designed by Rebecca Hudgens. Follow her on Instagram at super_r_illustrations.
Our theme song is a Joe the Hero remix by GVG Kid, which is based on a track from the video game Beautiful Joe.
All film and audio clips belong to their respective copyright holders, and no infringement is intended or implied.
Please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Podchaser to spread the word about the show. And until next time,
Watch!